It is JoJo. Thank you. Once again, I tried to tell everybody, and people were like, "Yeah, fuck you, it's MOJO." And then they were like, no, just to know you, I'm going to call him MOJO. Like, nope, everyone calls him JoJo. It says JoJo literally on his stick, so whatever. It's just I mean, first of all, Matt Boldy is on an absolute ripper. Like, he is playing. This has to be the best stretch of his very long career in the NHL so far. But I mean, once again, we said it last time too. Like, Kirill gets hurt, and he's literally their entire offense. But now they're getting contributions from all over, but especially from Boldy. And that trio, though, it's just such a good combo where you got Johansson, who's got decent size, but he's a real good skater, very creative player. Skill, his passing's beautiful. And he's able to just feed Boldy, who can either score himself, but he's also capable of playmaking. And then you have Joel Eriksson in front of the net, just like wreaking havoc, getting in every scrum possible, dragging everyone into the fight. But it's just a real good combo. Three good players on the in their own end too. And they've really just been getting it done. But like, now you kind of wonder, I bet Minnesota would like to get Johansson back next year. That contract will be interesting because he's got the age, he's got the injury history. But I do think that I don't think they would need to overpay him to keep him for I think he's probably sick of moving around every like 6 months at this point. He's very happy here. If you're like, hey, we'll give you 2 by what? 2.5, 2.
I don't think you're going higher than 2.
Mm-hmm.
And you're banking on the fact that he has been very vocal that he's tired of being a nomad, doesn't want to be moved around the league anymore, wants to settle down. Loved playing in Minnesota last go around, even though it didn't go that great for him. I think, yeah, you're looking at like a 2 by 2 at most.
And I honestly think he'd be like, yes,
yeah.
Just let me stay. And I mean, if you tell me, hey, by the way, we're just going to let you keep playing with Boldy and Eriksson, like, that's just solid. So then we were wondering, what that line would look like in the future, specifically with Boldy. And, if you can buy a couple of years of again, like, part of that too is if you get Johansson like a 2 by 2, like you said, then that also can help with, you have top 6 talent playing with Matt Boldy, who he clearly likes playing with. Johansson's playing very well. And now you're kind of riding those buyout years too, where you're not like searching, hoping someone from Iowa can step up, or you're not having to go into the free agent market and like trying to find a reclamation project to play with Boldy. Like, that line is just solid. And then you can kind of roll with Hartman, Zuccarello, and Kaprizov again. Yeah. So it's really solving a lot of their problems. So it'll be interesting to see what it looks like moving forward. But I mean, that trio right now is the thing with Matt Boldy too. If you just like watch way he's passing the puck right now, it's just different. Like, tape to tape, and he's just firing like lasers at people. Like, I mean, he's like, it's just the most confident I've ever seen him in my life, including when he was at BC. But like, every pass is with authority. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just getting rid of the puck. Like, he's passing with purpose at this point. So he's got a couple hat tricks here lately. He's just ripping it up. Like, that kid's such a fucking stud, and they have him on a 7x7. Thank you. Keep the change.
Keep all of the change. And for me, the thing that I really feel is important, because you saw it with Fiala as well, I think Boldy just needs someone that is comfortable carrying the puck, the guy that can get those zone entries for you easily and just set things up, because Boldy and Ek are not those guys. But once you get it into the zone, they're both so dominant at what their role is. So even if they can't keep JoJo, like, they just need to find someone that can play third fiddle on that type of a line that has that kind of confidence and is able to really fill that void.
Yeah, and I think the key, like you said, even more so, I think it's the element of speed with Johansson, right? Like, he's not just entering the zone, but he's doing it with pace, where Boldy and Ek, like, it's not like, I wouldn't put them in the category of like below average skaters, but they don't have like the burning speed, right? Like, so now Johansson just gives you a little bit of the skating and like just speed dynamic too. So it really is just kind of like a nightmare line to try to like play against, because again, you've got Ek, who's just an absolute prick, and is just the biggest pain in the ass in front of the net ever. And I mean, realistically, everywhere else, he just loves pissing people off, and then he just looks shocked. He's like, "What? What did I do?" He's like, "Well, dude, you just fucking whacked the goalie in the head. I don't know." But then you got Johansson with the speed, the skill, and really good passer too. And then Boldy just gives you a little bit of everything realistically offensively. And like I said, they're all capable in their own end too, and especially Eriksson. And I really love too that we still haven't even seen the best Matt Boldy, right? Like he's still getting better, and that's scary for the entire league, where you've got a lineup with Kaprizov. Boldy's only going to get better. Then you got guys like Eriksson doing their job. Like it's just a real scary predicament for other teams for sure. So yeah, I mean, first place, Boldy's ripping it up. We'll see what happens. What it's going to look like when Kaprizov comes back.